G'day dear friends, welcome to Xrissart. My name is Chrissy and thank you for joining me today. Hi Chandri, hello my dear, how you going? Hope all is well on your side of the fence. Yes. Okay, I know it's cold over there in the Netherlands, so... Okay, so... just to recap what... well, first of all, I hope everyone is keeping well. Just hang on a sec. I just make sure that my sound and all of that is okay. I just want to refresh just for a moment. Everything happening okay? Hang on a sec. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure that everything's going okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, hi Dave. Hello. Cold here as well, Chrissy. Okay. Yeah. Such gorgeous colours already. Oh, lovely. Thank you so much. Okay. Just to recap what's been. All right, I've got them in centimeters, so we'll go metric. My ruler has just, oh no, it hasn't disappeared on me. Oh well, I've got a tape measure and a ruler, but anyway. Okay, so for all of those knowing, now this is a teeny weeny project. Well, not as teeny weeny as like a little teeny weeny one, but it's teeny weeny as far as the projects that I do. Okay, so this one for the imperial measurements, it is say 7 inches by about maybe 6 and I don't know, a quarter, maybe 6 1/4 in centimeters. 17.5 centimeters by let me see, about nearly 16, almost square, not quite. The paper that I'm using is Canson Velvet Black. Okay, so and you can actually see there it is there. I think this would have to be apart from Colour Fix that I know of. I mean there's probably a few others, but this is black. So for those people who really want that rich black background, this is your paper. I know Colour Fix do one. I'm pretty sure, I'm not quite sure if Pastel Card does. Probably, I'm not sure. But Pastel Matte doesn't make these ones as black. You know, like I'm a Pastel Matte girl. Okay, let's face it, I'm a Pastel Matte girl. But I'm a paper girl too. Like I love paper. So I'll try and give anything a go. And I've worked it out now. This paper, I've worked it out. The reason why I've worked it out is because when I did my other one, which is similar size, I just kept on going as if it was like Pastel Matte, and it's not like Pastel Matte. Okay, I worked out how many layers that I could go, and that could be a good thing too, because if you wanted to rush into something, sorry, not rush, but if you wanted to just get this project going and, you know, finish, but, you know, not compromising the quality of the artwork, I mean, this would be the paper, because you don't have to layer as much. And so that's a good thing. But I'm someone who loves to layer, so, you know, I just have to... Kookaburras have started already today, folks. Very good. Steve! Oh, wow! My first time I'm seeing your hairdo. Oh, I'm sure it's much cooler and easy care. Thumbs up. Oh, sweetheart. Hello. G'day. Nice of you to be here. Good man. Nice. Oh, sorry. I've given you such a big warm welcome. The only thing, and of course not for anyone else, but we haven't seen Steve for such a long time. So, and I know that you've had a hard time. So, yes. Very nice to see you. Wonderful. Okay, so you like the hairdo? It's a bit different. It is easy. It is easy. Okay, so what I'm using is now I've got these by my side, just so you know. I've got my pans. Whoa, they're all here by my side. Okay, and I also have my pastel pencils, which I keep in my little, these Perspex drawers that I have, which are the bee's knees for me, because it's easy for me to pick colors, and I mix, and I've taken all my my pastel pencils out of the tins and put them in there, because if I keep them in the tins, it's a bit too precious, and the thing is you've got to use your stuff. Okay, and I've also got what I call my utilities thing. Everything is a thing. My utilities. Oh, there it is there. That's the one. My utilities. Oh, that's my my mixing palette, which I mix and try colours before I start. So yeah, my utilities one, they're the things that I keep close by, because I have all sorts of things. I've got scissors, I've got erasers, I've got little pencils, I've got tools and all of that I use. So there's that. Hi Cherry, hello, nice to see you as well. Nice to see you as well. Okay. Now I'm trying out a few other brushes, so you'll be watching this for the first time, I think. This brand is BY. Oh my gosh, I forgot it already, and it's not even marked. So they're very pink. They're a bit delicate, but yeah, the bristles. They're not as firm as my good old Eco Tools. Different, but you know, everything is, you know, I try everything and I never stop trying. So look, I'm going to get going. So what I'd like to do now is, I have blocked all of this, and I think it's time for me to pull out the pastel pencils. Yes, we've been okay. Right, okay. Storms, we're saying storms. Hope you survive the storm. Okay. Wow, bad weather everywhere sometimes, isn't it? All right, so I just want to know, how is now, oh, by the way, of course, this is a little bit of a creating creatures type of thing. I have, it's Kangaroo Paw Butterfly. Kangaroo Paw is a flower which is native to native to where I live. So instead of normal antennas, this poor butterfly, she's got kangaroo paw for antennas, and then she's got like a little bit dangling on each of her wings. So that's that. Oh, hang on a sec. Wait a minute. Check card. Jeez. I've got all sorts of things going here. Oh, that's the camera that I'm using, by the way. For all of those who might be interested. We get the full ad view. Jeez. Oh dear, oh dear. My camera is playing up, by the way. I just have to tell you that. Everything is playing up. All my technical stuff, yeah, haha. It showed that very well. Oh, gosh. Okay, so. Ollie, hello. People I haven't seen for a while here. Welcome. Are these butterflies endangered? I have no idea if they are, but, you know. Well, to tell you the truth, this is a butterfly that I've made up, okay? So just so you know, It's, yeah, it's a butterfly that I've made up because well, you know, well, first of all, this butterfly is the images are from Pixabay, and I suspect that this is AI. I think it's AI and not a real butterfly. But it's not a real butterfly because I've done more things to it. I've actually put kangaroo paw, and the kangaroo paw that I've put there, the flowers here, those petals, those flowers, those blue flowers, they're not really blue. The actual flower is red. So, but you know, I had to sort of change it to make the painting a little bit more cohesive if I could. That's the word, cohesive. Angie, hello, my darling. Nice to see you. All right, so, okay. I've got my Glassine paper. I just wanted to know what's going on your side of the fence, peoples. Is everyone feeling okay? You know, is it... I know it's cold up there in the Northern Hemisphere, but, you know, what can I say? Unless you love the cold... That's a different story, but if you don't, commiserations. It's summer here. Not that I'm rubbing it in, but I can't handle the cold. It's just, yeah, no, I'm not sure about it. All right, so I just picked up a cup. No, leave that color here. I need that. I'm actually going to start getting into the, I'm going to do some stuff with the kangaroo paw. And this is the reason why I pulled it out like that, so you can see. This is the reason why I like looking at this kind of thing. And of course I've got they're all in drawers and it's all in view for me to see, so I just pull out things. Chrissy, also I can't attend these live streams that often due to the time. It starts around 9 p.m. in the UK. No worries. I'm happy that you're here, and I'm happy that you're joining in today. So welcome, of course. Maria, hello. Hi there. Esther from Long Beach, California, new to pastels. Well, ask questions. Many questions. Okay, so, and you'll ask me what kind of pastel pencils I'm using. Well, I've got a variety. So here I'm using the Bruynzeels. There is also the Koh-i-Noor, which I feel are very, look at that, very close. Koh-i-Noor, well, the Giocondas, they're made, yeah, made by Koh-i-Noor, the company. And Bruynzeels are very similar. I'm just, you know, it's very similar. Okay, so, and I want something like that, and I do have some that I've picked out here. So this is just an opportunity for me to show you how I select my colours. It's just me looking at the reference and going, oh yeah, look, and I need a Stabilo. Here we go. So we need a variety, don't we? Because they've got all different cores, of course. Okay. You love the clear drawers. Yes, they're very good, especially when you've got a little setup going. And you're going to ask me for sharpeners. Well, I use the two handheld cheapy sharpeners. And the reason why I do that is because I do have the, oh, let me see. I do have the, I won't tip it over too much, but I do have my Derwent Super Point, the one that's got the rotary majigget thing, but I use that for coloured pencil and it's been really good. I did have one for pastel pencils and lo and behold, the you know, it dulled the rotary blade, and I went through like a couple of pastel pencils before I realised, I go, why is that happening? But it's happening because of that. That's the con with pastel pencils, but that's the only con. The sharpening. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to find a solution, and I did. So this one I bought from Temu, and I do talk about it a bit. Temu sometimes when I get something from there, and if I think it's worthwhile. I'm just having a look at where the pencil is at to see which hole I'm going to use. Yeah, just want to get a nice little point there. You know, there are obviously there are some things where, well, you know, not sure about the quality of that one, but I know when I'm purchasing these things, I know that. So anyway, so I went looking for, well, in my local art shop, you know, we had these cheapy ones, but then they were like $2 or $1.50 or something per sharpener. And I go, you know what, I just bin these. And I think that's still inexpensive, but, and I found these on Temu. So I ended up buying about 30, like in a box of these. And it worked out to about, I don't know, like, 20, 30 cents or something. I go, yeah. So when when the blade starts to dull, I just bin it. It's not worth the trouble me fighting with my art supplies. I'm just not going to do it. There are some things which deserve to be fought over and some not. So I just bin it. So I don't know what everyone else does, and I know that everyone has tried so many sharpeners and everyone has their sharpener that works for them. So, but that's cool. But this is what works for me. I thought, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to spend a lot of money on that. Kathy, hello, my darling. Hello. Okay, Steve says, I know Pastel Mat is your paper, but it chews up coloured pencil. Yes, it does. What other papers to use when using pastels as an underbase than details? You know what? I would think something like the velvet would help. Now, I think maybe in the hang on, I better be doing this while you're asking me questions. And so you can see how this is working. Oh, it's lovely. Okay, nice. Okay, very nice. I'm going to zoom in so you can see better, hey? Is that much better? Yes, it is. So this is velvet, actually, and I'll put the... that's in my way. Hang on, I just want to do this for a minute. Okay. That's just so it's not in the way. Okay. And what have we got? Do I need my... Yes, I do need that. So to answer your question, Steve, which is a good... I would give velvet a go. If you can get your hands on it. Okay. But you know how you say pastel matte, choose your coloured pencil? Well, it just so happens that I am doing a coloured pencil piece on pastel matte right now. So I know pastel matte is your, but it is on pastel matte. But I want to show you that it hasn't been eating my pencils. And I don't know why, but I'm not sure. I know it could be the pressure of the hand. I know pastel matte is your paper, but it chews up colour pencil. What other paper do you use when using pastels as an underbase? I would give this a go. I would definitely give velvet a go. Ali says, Chrissy, I saw a hack when sharpening pencils in the sharpener. Instead of rotating the pencil, is to rotate the sharpener. Oh yeah, but still the blade still has to sharpen the pencil, doesn't it? Yes, it does. I'll tell you something. Here we go, Steve, because it's a good question. Well, I was just going to show you what I'm doing on Patreon these days. This is the tutorials, because I'm doing some personal projects on Pastel Matte, where you see me in real time doing the personal projects. That's the whole point. And the tutorials, and this is one of them. So I'll just show you. Whoa, that's bright. Oh, that's too bright. Wow. That is really bright. Hang on. Oh, wow. Hang on. Sorry, 2 seconds. Everything is... 2 seconds. That is way too bright. Way too bright. Hang on a sec. Let me just fix this because I think it is just a little bit too bright for you. Okay. Okay. All right. So that might be better. Okay. So if I can zoom out for this one. So this is a piece, it's about A4-ish. This is a coloured pencil. There has been no pastel on this one. Coloured pencil on pastel matte white. Now and I know that your question was with pastel, but I'm trying to talk to you about how the coloured pencil, if you're saying, oh, the coloured pencil wastes, you're wasting too much, it chews up your coloured pencil. Look, I think, so there is a praying mantis in this somewhere, so I will show you what that means, what that is. So to answer your question, Steve, it's not chewing up too much, I think, for me, because my layers, I'm not pressing hard. I think what you should try is not, so when you're holding your pencil, try holding your pencil at the end, so that way it encourages you not to put pressure. So right now, and this is what I'm doing here, I'm not putting pressure on my pastel pencil because I don't want to put pressure on the velvet. So I just want enough of the pigment to come to be laid down. Hi Wendy, hello, welcome. Nice to see you here. This is quite a beautiful butterfly. Love the colours. Thank you so much. Nice to see you. Thank you, Abigail. Okay. Yep. So I think, Steve, that's the idea. I think the idea is to, because right now I am barely putting any pressure on this whatsoever. And I'm doing the same thing with coloured pencil. And so you'll say, oh, but it's grainy. Yes, it's grainy. But all you got to do is to make sure that your coloured pencil is sharp. That's for that paper, or for any paper, but specifically for pastel matte, because you know there are grooves, like that. So when you're colouring, you're missing out on those little bits. You know what I mean? When you're colouring like that. Oh, hang on. When you're colouring like that. So there are all these little bits, and that's why it looks a bit grainy. But what happens is that when you just keep on going light layers over and over, and gently the pigment then pushes through onto that tooth of the paper, and then you end up having a really nice smooth surface. So on pastel matte, and to give you an example, I'll tell you what, to give you an example, so see how grainy that looks there? That is, see all of those grainy bits? That's all grainy. They're all grainy bits because I've gone over, because I really need to put my piece down, right? But then I go over, and in this little section, I had put just a little bit more pressure, and I just kept on, not much, but I just kept on going in that area with a darker coloured pencil to give that effect. See how, of course, the light is coming through that way, but I haven't finished in nowhere near anywhere. You know, it's all blocking. See, as you can see, I've got a lot to go. But that is that. And that's on Patreon. Okay, where am I? I'm still going with this. So, okay, that's a great tip, holding the pencil at the back. So many uses for that tip, and not just for pastels and oh, absolutely. Yes, yeah, absolutely, Wendy. Yeah. Okay, Abigail says, yeah, I think I'm going to have a nervous breakdown from the 1,000 piece puzzle. What was I thinking to buy such a thing? Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. Where am I here? Oh, this way. Okay. So, okay, sometimes depending upon the piece and the look you're going for, you can use the graininess to your advantage as well. Yeah, agree. Okay, Ali, gotta go now. Bye. Bye for now, Ali. Thank you so much for popping in to say g'day. Happy painting. That's all I'm going to tell you. Happy painting. Okay, so just let me do this down here. I'm just matching this here. Just so you know, this image that I'm painting right here was I played with it with Affinity Photo. For those, I'm getting rather good at it actually these days. It is definitely my go-to for design. This butterfly is no ordinary butterfly. It has kangaroo paw as antlers. Cherry says, yeah, I've got a few puzzles, but I haven't done them yet, as I'm nowhere near to keep them while I'm working on them. Yeah, I know. Why don't you get rid of those foldy, matty things? You know those ones? Yeah. Oh, and just so you know, that coloured pencil piece that I'm talking to you about, that's from that's on my and that's on Patreon. So that's why I did that. I just wanted to show you that that's one of the tutorials that I'm painting. Now, can I tell you this? Because I've worked this paper out, I haven't done. You can see the lines. You probably. Oh no, hang on. Let me zoom back in. Oh, the other way. Tina. No. Dogs are keeping me company again today. Oh yes, positive vibes, Steve. Hang in there, my dear friend. Go, 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 go. All right, so I've done that. Every piece I find, I glue down. This puzzle is never going apart again. When you glue them down? Oh, hang on. Explain glue. Now, I know what you mean by glue, but so then that means, so it's when it fits, right? In the puzzle. What happens if it doesn't fit? Like you think, oh, okay, that looks like that piece should go there, but then you go, oh no. Then you take that piece out and you've got to put it somewhere else. It's not like that, is it? All right, so let me see. Yeah. So just to also let you know, the base has been with pastel pencils, with PanPastels. But can I tell you, I don't use PanPastels just for a base. I go to town with it. I could probably do, I don't know, 90%, 85 to 90%, and the rest is pastel pencils. But I had to change my course with certain things, and that's what happens, you see. So, okay, so we're testing different pastel pencils over this, and it's nice. It's nice. And again, gentle. I'm really gentle. Yeah. Really gentle. And first, and I just wanted to know what's everyone been up to this week. Oh, Abigail, I did see your post on that that sketchbook. I'm going to have to call you our toned lady because you like the toned sketchbooks. And all your pieces are so pretty and so nice. Where you did your, is it the macaw? No, that's not, no, the macaw is the, no, not the macaw, the, say it, oh, it's at the tip of my tongue. One with the black feathers, the, what is it? And the beautiful big, the colours. I know the macaw is like a parrot thing. So what's the, what is it? What is the, I know the bird. I know the name even. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. That's it. The toucan. Oh my gosh. We have a toucan on one of our cereals here. How can I not know that? Okay. I use tape, but once it's done, I'll use the strong. Oh, okay. I use tape, but once it's done, okay. All right. Well, that explains. Okay, Wendy says, what are your thoughts on using pastels on a base and then using coloured pencil on top? Look, yeah, you know what? I've done it a few times. I'm not, look, it's okay. I'm okay with it. Sometimes I feel that maybe because sometimes I've put too much pan before the coloured pencil. So I think that there should be, I think the pans should have a light covering. And I know that a lot of people do it successfully. But I'm not, yeah, for me, I'm not so keen on it, and it's not because of anything else. It's just, I'm not into it as much. Probably because I haven't done too many coloured pencil projects, and the only reason why I haven't done too many coloured pencil projects is because, and as you know, when you're doing projects, Wendy, that you need to finish them for tutorials and stuff like that, and coloured pencil projects, I've got a few on the go, and I need to get them finished. And so the coloured pencil, whilst I enjoy doing that, like I'm enjoying that coloured pencil piece, but it's such a slow medium, it's the slowest ever. Now the reason why I've pulled out these greens is because I see a green that I need for this area here, so I'm going to play around with that. Why didn't I pick that out? And I like vibrant colours as well. I think this will be nice. Let's go with that. And I need something that's a little bit, and here we go. There we go. Yeah, so, but I love coloured pencil. I love colour. Oh, I'm absolutely having a ball with that. But as far as the pans, the coloured pencil on pans, it's okay. It's good. It's good. Whatever gets you there, that's where I'm at. Hi Paula, hello my dear, hello. How are you going? Okay, let's have a go. I think this is more on the muted side. Yep, this one is the one I think. That was the last one I picked. So, mind you, even though this project is tiny, it's still going to take me quite a bit to do. Time wise, I mean. Tina, no. It's a very big sigh from her. I'm not letting her do something. Yeah. For all of you who may not know, I have 2 miniature schnauzers, the best dogs in the world. I know you're going to laugh. It's okay. They look like angry old men, and that's what they look like. angry old men because of their beards, or sometimes they can look sad. Artemis, who we call Artie, she looks sad all the time, but she's not sad. All she does is wag her tail. And I've got Athena, who always looks angry, and she looks like she's going to bite your head off, and her tail is wagging. It's just that's the way that they look. I love their look. I just love it. And so, they're not exactly the glamour dogs of the dogs, but they're so cool. They keep me company, and sometimes they're very noisy, but they're very quiet today. What's going on? They're just sitting there nice and calm. Yes. Yeah. So, actually, I need a more muted. It's more muted. And there we go. Yeah. So they're quite, but they are fantastic company. Okay, Chrissy, to answer your question on what we did this last week. Oh yeah, just got back with Mum from the doctor and trying to get this house redone so we can get on with our lives. Between me, Mum and doctor, appointments are a non-stop. Oh, that's not so good. Well, say hello to your mum, and I hope that everything is okay. It's, there's nothing worse than not being, healthy, and sometimes, fixing your house and making your house where it's, good for whatever ailments, people have in it. So, yes, yeah, I know. Well, my non-stop thing is my parents, who are my mum is in a nursing home. She's got dementia. Now she's full on. And my dad, who is living in their home on his own. I've invited him to come and live with me. He won't. So, many times. But no, and I understand about being in your own space. So that's what he's doing. But all is good. So long as they're comfortable, I think that's the main thing. So long as they're comfortable. Okay, Derwent. I didn't pull out a Derwent, by the way. So there's a few missed bits here, and I think this is okay. You know what, Steve? The more and more I think about it, and for people, coloured pencil would be really good on here. I haven't done a coloured pencil piece, but I will do a coloured pencil piece. And it'd have to be this size because I would never get it finished. She had her last chemo treatment last week, so that's a plus. Radiation starts next week. Oh, really? Oh, okay. No good. Send my regards. Hope all is okay. Okay, this is nice. And you know what? Derwents have got, and the Faber Castell, the Pitts, they have got the hardest core for pastels, pastel pencils, that is. And I think if you go light, now you've got no idea. I am just doing the lightest possible pressure. The lightest possible pressure. Enough so it lays down the pigment. And you know what? If that's all I need to do, then that's all I need to do. I'm not going to worry about the ton of layers that I enjoy using. What I'm trying to do is work with the paper. Yeah, that's really important. Okay, if you want to... Yeah, well, that's it too. If you want to, Steve, try some mineral spirits for coloured pencil on pastel mat. Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but you know what, Dave? Steve. I think Steve wants to put PanPastel down, and that's still okay. You can use it because I've done that. Yeah, but don't forget, on Pastel Mat, anything that's liquidy, cauliflowers. But if you're going over it, who cares, right? Who cares? So, because your top layers are going to be coloured pencil anyway, all you want to do is cover. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, she is. She is, and I just have to, you know, not the first and not the last. It's not a. It's a really cruel disease, I think, that one. I call dementia. It's like a cancer in the brain, but it's not cancer. But you know. Because when you've got cancer in the brain, sometimes, you know, you've got some kind of, you know, things. But dementia, totally forget. Ah, yes, that's true, Chrissy. Yeah, see, cauliflowers. Yeah. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to pull out a darker. See, this is really interesting. Okay, here we go. As you saw where my pastel pencils. But these are all my little ones. See these little ones that I would lose in a container like that, you know. So I've put them all here, but as you can see, these are ones that I use all the time, and I will use them until I cannot use them anymore. And I have had smaller ones here. Look at this one, teeny weeny. I'm still going. Look, you know, so. And I had to keep them separate. I just wanted a darker value just here. That's where I was looking. And I thought, I knew it was in my little utilities container. Yeah, so for all of you who don't know, I do have a Patreon channel, which I'd mentioned before. And I do Patreon on Wednesday and Thursday evenings, for me, that is. And Thursday and Wednesday and Thursday, and of course those sessions are a bit more more tutorial based and just a little bit more serious. Here it's more of an art chat, isn't it? And where you get to see me do my my personal projects in real time, that is. So now this colour 175, one of my favourites. I don't know whether it's sepia or umber. I don't know what colour it is. You think by now that I would know what one does what. There's an umber and a sepia. I think this one is a sepia. 175, or is it there's 185 that I use, and it's a cold one. Okay. As some of you know, I've been having some serious health issues. Yes, I'm pretty sure I'm going to fire one doctor. He said I need to get in shape. I gave him the stink eye and told him round is a shape. I love it. Funny Steve. Yes, I love your sense of humour. Yeah, Mum is getting evaluated for dementia in September. Hope she finally gets a diagnosis as to what's going on. Sometimes it's like Groundhog Day having conversations. Yes. Yeah. Dementia is not nice. And it's not nice to see one, especially when my mum she was a sophisticated lady. She dressed well, spoke well, cooked well, entertained well. She was vibrant and vivacious, and now she's the opposite. So I know that's not a very nice thing to talk here, but you know, that's pretty much it. Now, see, this is really cool. It's letting me do my layers, with my other project that I did. It didn't let me do this kind of thing because I had put too much pastel mat, and then I had to pick it up with my kneaded eraser. So for all of you trying that paper out, that's my tip, okay? I'm not saying that it's everyone's tip, but that's my tip because of the way I paint. And you've got to remember, everyone is different and everyone is going to do things differently. So this is what's happening to me. Yeah. And I mean, I can't hold this pastel pencil any other way. I can't even, well, maybe I can't hold it, you know. This is probably the best way for me to hold it. Oh, and of course, all of you, you know, we do have a Facebook group here called Share Your Art with Xrissart. You are welcome to join. The link is in the description box below. And what it is, it's we carry the conversation from the live stream. And, you know, and Share Your Art with Xrissart is all about sharing your work. If you have a really nice video that you think that people or our friends here would love, go ahead and do that. And you know, Abigail, you've been finding some really good videos on YouTube and sharing with the group. And I think they're so awesome. And you know, like when we talk about stuff, and you know, so I'm so happy that you do that. So thank you. Yes. Do I think that velvet paper would be good for any other mediums? You know, I haven't had this long enough to try that, but definitely it's probably something that I should do. I haven't, you know, those little tests that I do. Maybe I should do that. That would be a good thing to do, actually. Yeah, I haven't had it long enough to do those tests because it's only been out. This has only been out the last 2-3 months, this paper. I mean, out for people in the consumer world to try. So, but yes, I'm going to try, see what happens. And who else has used velvet here? Has anyone else used velvet here? Yeah, I think YouTube already knows me. It recommends great videos, so thank you, YouTube. Yeah. Is it possible to do any wet mediums on it? You know, that's another good question. I think that's something which I'm going to have to do. Well, I will. I mean, I have enough velvet to try that. I work in an art shop, as you know, and we have got quite a lot of velvet now paper. The color choice is absolutely beautiful with the velvet. So, you know, as you know, I'm a pastel mat girl, so I just want you to know that, right? I mean, and I'm not taking sides, but, you know, I'm open to so many, you know, so many options. Who knows? Someone else might bring something else out that's going to compete against those other two. Happens. So yes, so the colors are absolutely lovely. There's a horizon blue, which I like. There's a midnight blue, which I like. Well, as you can see there, black is black. And they've got a lovely red. It's a deep red, and it almost reminds me of, I think it's a bit like that, or maybe brighter. Maybe brighter. Let me see. I'm trying to find. Oh, I think it's like that. It's that bright. My Patreon members that are here would have seen me because we're doing a pelican, which is it is a personal project, but you are welcome to paint along with me. So Cherry's already started hers. Good one. You're going really well, Cherry. So we've got and of course it's a surreal pelican. It's just no ordinary pelican, is it, Cherry? and Kathy and Ange. Yeah. So, yeah, yeah. Keep forgetting Xrissart online. Yes. Okay. Love the velvet. Seems to be versatile. Is that lots? Holds colours well. Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm going to try the wet part. I never even thought about doing the wet. But then again, why didn't I think of doing the wet? Okay, I'm slowly working my way down the pelican now. Yeah, look, it's this one. So, well, if you're on Patreon, you'll get to see that. It's a really cool... I'm actually doing a 50 by... Oh, it's a big one. It's a big sheet that I'm doing. Oh, I forgot the measurements anyway, but it's a big one that I'm doing. And so, and the reason why I'm doing it in the bigger size is because I'm putting it into a show, of course. And there are lots of little details in it. Are you going to be doing the group art piece this year? I've thought about it. I might just do it, but I'm not sure. But if I do, it'll be limited people, if anything. And yeah, it'll be limited. I won't do as many people. So yes, I am thinking of it. So I'll probably do it in about a month's time if I am. Yes. So I'll put out invitations, and I'll probably only do maybe, let me see, I'll probably only open it to about anywhere between 6 to 9 people, I think, if I do it. So yes. So hang in there for a couple of months if you want to, if anyone wanted to join. Limited is good. It can get out of control very quickly. Yeah. Okay, what are my art goals for 2025? That's a very good question. The answer is, one one are, apart from my long-standing one, which I'm a bit stuck on, but it's happening still. I have got an exhibition which I've committed to. It is a it's called it's happening in November, so I've got to produce about 30 pieces of art, I need to show about anywhere between 25 and 30 pieces of artwork, and there is a theme, so it is about that. It's a theme, and the theme is the Hunter Wetlands, which is it's almost like I wouldn't say a national park, but it could. That's the only way for me to describe it to you. And I have to reference that national park. Now, it could be the flora, fauna, all of those kinds of things. So that's why I've got this because I'm exhibiting this little piece. That's why the Kangaroo Paw. Some of their flora in that particular, in that area, has the Kangaroo Paw. And of course, I have to do it in my style. So there is that. So that's taking up a lot. I still need to finish my cards. As you know, it's still there. I'm in the design. It's still happening, so don't even ask me about it. It's still there. That's one of them. There's still a few things which I've been asked to do, I don't know whether, Kathy, I should mention your little invitation down there. Should I mention that? It's not so much of a goal, but it's what is on the cards, I think. Okay, so glad to hear this exhibition. I know it's something you have been wanting to do for a while. Yes, it's a solo exhibition. Yeah, so, you know, and of course it's the creatures. I've created new creatures for this particular national park. So, you know, I can't, you know, I've got to be a bit different, don't I? And that's, you know, I've got to be me. That's the thing. And I've taken a bit of a gamble on the framing part as well. And of course, in some of those pieces, there's some oils, some on pastels. There will be watercolor as well. Am I nervous? No, not at all. Not at all. In fact, I'm excited. I'm excited. In fact, terribly excited. The only thing I've just got to make sure is that I do all of these in time. And of course, I've designed quite a few, which you may see glimpses of. Yes, yeah, it will be. Oh, yes, there we go. There we go. That's not so much of a goal, but what's happening. Yes. I will be conducting a workshop at Kathy's local art society at the end of March. Just got to get the numbers, that's right. And so that's why I haven't said too much about it, because it may not happen if we don't get the numbers. So if we get the numbers, you know, it's going to happen. So anyone down there in Albury Wodonga, it's down there, isn't it? Albury Wodonga, isn't it? Anyway, it's down that way, Albury. Yeah, so yeah, which I'm really excited about. So hopefully it yeah, I haven't said too much because not sure if it's going to happen, but we hope so. Yes, that's all right. And it's what it is. It'll be an introduction to PanPastels, and hopefully we'll teach you some of the you know, tips and tricks as well. So, you know, because there's still a lot of people who don't know what PanPastels are, and so I'm there to enlighten, I suppose. That could be the word. Enlighten. Would you say enlighten, Kathy? Because I think what's happened is that sometimes, and even anyone else, you know, I think people are still using them just for backgrounds. That's sepia. Oh, I need another colour that's going to stick out. This might do it. I think this is it. I need to sharpen this. Yes, Paula, I hope it goes ahead. I'm excited. Okay, on the Murray River. Just so my name is Murray, my surname that is. Yeah, on the Murray. You have no idea how much work really there would be in this. There is so much to do, and you wouldn't think so in a little projects like this. But I reckon a good 10 hours, easy. Might have to do some of this in my own time. Okay, your art dreams are coming into reality. So awesome to see you achieve these dreams, and your confidence boost is awesome. Oh, look, thank you so much, Wendy. But I've got people, all such as yourselves here. We help each other, don't we? We help each other, don't we? We boost each other's morale. Sometimes when we're not feeling so good about our artwork, we're all encouraging here, which is what I love so much with us. Yeah, very much so. Now, of course, I'm taking artistic license here, just so you know. It's not going to be exact, but it's going to be close. We're going to see if I can get close. And as you can see, look, again, where I'm holding the pastel pencil, because I just don't want to put pressure just yet. I'm trying to take care of this, just trying to take care of this tooth. Yeah. Yeah. And I suppose this little workshop, if it goes ahead, if the numbers do get there, and that's all about that. If we didn't get the numbers, well, that's how it is. But it's almost like joining me live, like live, as in living, live. Apart from on Patreon, live, and you can sit and look up close, because sometimes the art pieces that we're doing, even in general, it doesn't matter where, the real color doesn't really come out until you see it live, and then you can see that. And sometimes even taking a photo of something, you just don't do it justice, do you, until you actually see it live, and then you actually see the actual strokes and stuff like that, which is really, really good. Okay, so that's it there. That is not a confidence. River. No, truly, Murray River. That is one of our Australian rivers down there. I mean, I've got to say, Murray is, let's say, it is a common name. I wasn't quite, and that's due to my husband. Not a bad thing. It's just that it's common. I like to be unusual, but I can't be unusual with a name like Murray, can I? And it's it could be used for a first name and a second name. What there's a special English term for that, isn't there? Like, I haven't got no idea what it is, but there's an English term. Yeah. And also here, I'm sorry that I'm plugging Patreon again, but there are 2 tutorial projects that I'm doing. One is that colored pencil piece, which I've just showed you, and the other one, so if you wanted to join and do something like this, it is a still life project, and this is it here. Now these are pears. Now there's a little creature. You haven't seen it yet, and of course it has to be a fantasy little creature. So, but you don't have to do the creature if you don't want to, but but this is what we're doing on Patreon as well, pears. So for those who sometimes thinking, oh look, I don't want to do anything fantasy, that's not my thing. So I do things that are not, that aren't fantasy, although I put that creature in, and I put, there's a little praying mantis in that coloured pencil piece, but you don't have to put those things in. But I do show you the, the basics of how to do that, and then you go off and you do your thing. Now, of course, Patreon with Xrissart is not about, is all about confidence. is giving you confidence to arm you with some techniques so you can go off and do your thing. But in the meantime, we're doing these projects, but it's the techniques that I am concentrating on, because I want you to do your thing. You know, I'm quite happy for you to do these projects and keep on doing them, of course. But you know, you may want to do something else. Oh, and I do take requests, of course. You know, and I do take requests on whatever medium. And if it's a medium that I don't do very often, you know, we do it together, which is another thing. Okay, never be sorry. Patreon is a great price and great art. Loud and proud, Chrissy. Yes, okay, loud and proud. You girls. But it's not even on the art piece that I give you confidence. I give you confidence in yourself. You know, to just do it. To just do it. You know, you're feeling inside. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it all comes down to that. I think that's what it is too. Because if you're not feeling it, then you're not going to sit at your art desk and do something, are you? You'll go, oh, couldn't be bothered. You know? Yeah, oh, couldn't be bothered. So I'm there to pick you up as well. I'm there to pick you up. Okay, so what are some tips you can give to gain or regain confidence in art? That's all on Patreon, Wendy. Cherry says, I love Patreon. Oh, thank you, Cherry. Thank you so much. Yeah, you do so many cool things. You've just gone up and away, haven't you? You're crunching through those. Yes. No, funny, Wendy. Yeah, okay. Confidence. Well, you know, I've always talked about it here. You know I have. I've always talked about it here. But I think I go into it so much more on Patreon, I think. I mean, I'm not a therapist. But hopefully we feel good after Patreon, I think. That even though and you know what? There are so many, you know, there are hits and misses. I'll tell you that. There's not, you know, all of those masters that we see that have done some magical things. Don't think for a minute they haven't had any misses, okay? Well, that's what I'm going to tell you. Oh, Paula, you're so lovely too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yeah. Because sometimes you may just need that little push, you know, that, you know, and I will tell you, there have been times where my mojo hasn't been the best as well, and it always, to be honest, it's always mainly around you know, just taking care of my parents. That's the one that, you know, when they when there's an episode with them, they kind of like deplete my energy. If there is any energy that is gone, and I'm not blaming them, of course not, but I'm just saying that's where my energy goes, you know. I mean, I'm just wondering, I hope my children will look after me. Will they look after me when I'm gone? Oh, not when I'm gone. Jeez. They won't have to look after me then. I mean, if I need them, do you know what I mean? So, you know, and I care for my parents, so I do that too. But you know, there is an energy factor that is depleted, and sometimes. But as far that's where my mojo, if it's lost, it's there. You know, it's got something to do with that. Oh, gosh. So, Oh, Kathy, I love you being there too. I too love a Patreon, even though I go my own way. See, I still keep learning other things from the tutorials, especially for media other than PanPastels. There you go. Oh, geez. You know what's happened? Next door, they're minding a dog, their daughter's dog. And of course, you know, my dogs now will all of a sudden become very territorial. It's not that they haven't seen that other dog, they have, but why do they do that? Like, why do they do that? Anyway, they're dogs. What can I say? They're dogs, of course. Can you hear that? Silly. Okay, yeah, even when I go ahead on the Patreon projects, I will still watch and sometimes tweak mine afterwards. Very nice. Yeah, I know you do. It is the excitement Chrissy brings to the table, yes. A boost to help you get motivated. Whoa, go, go, go. Yes, yes, yes. Energy plus. Okay, Chrissy, could you buy your... You could buy your own coffin now and do your art. Oh, yes, I know. I heard that. It's a thing. Yes, yes, yes. I know. I mean, I'm laughing about it, but yes. You know, that's not a bad idea. Oh, now, that would be my last hurrah. Wouldn't it? Gosh. You know what? This is the funny part. This is the funny part. If I had suggested that, because at the moment I've got no room to put anything, right? Of course, you need space for something like that. But if I had room, I don't know if I'd do it. I don't know. Would I do it? I don't know. You know what? I know. Yes. It is. That would be my last hurrah. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Yes. And dying is a part of life. So, isn't it? It is a part of life. Just the last bit of it, isn't it? Yes. Yes. Putting your old studio. Yeah. Put it in my old studio. No, I can't do that. Someone living in my old studio. I think if I did that, my husband would be worried about me poisoning him. Okay. Would you do the art on the inside or the outside of the coffin? Because if you do it on the inside, you won't die. You'll want to go on with the... Oh, that's so funny. Hopefully you have decades to complete it in. In the meantime, you could use it for storage or a bed for a great kitty when they stay over. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, could you imagine? Use it for a bed. Oh, Kathy. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, but you know what? It is a really good idea. How do you You know what? That would be so much cheaper, wouldn't it? I wonder if you could get someone to make it. I mean, okay, all jokes aside. No, serious now. I'm serious now. See, you could, you know how people, I've heard people say it, they go, look, don't spend any money, just put me in a pine box. But that's exactly what you would do. You would have a pine box, right? And to paint over it. You know what I mean? Do you know? You know? Okay. Yeah, she would have all the camera gear inside just in case. We'll never be Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. They could use it as a coffee table or a bed. Break it in. I mean, I suppose, you know what you could do, I suppose? So this is, you could do it sort of secretly. You know, get, have the pine box like in bits, right? Because I don't know, I don't know if my hands will be okay by the time, I mean, I'm hoping that I'm going to live a nice long life, you know? I'm optimistic, let's just say, okay? Just say God lets me live this long. So, you know, you would take all the measurements of your coffin, right? And do it in bits. And then towards the end, you know, get someone to join it. You know, get some kind of person, you know, like a professional person to put it together for you. That's an idea. The shipping charges. Oh no, what have I started? Perhaps it would go around the world for us. Now we have a self-assembly. Oh wow. You know, but yeah, it's a good idea. I'm not, you know. I'll have to put that down for my to-do list. Hang on, bucket list. Let's put down a bucket list. I should start doing that. Chrissy, a bit of hard. It's a bit hard to disguise. A coffin will certainly be a talking piece. You know what? My thing would be, where do I put it? This would be my thing. How do I, you know? Oh yeah, my husband would go, he'd look at me and go, are you for real? That's what he would say. Are you for real? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's it. Put it together like a puzzle, please. No 100 pieces. That's right. Oh man, the things we talk about. Let me tell you about hand issues. There you go. See, they are not fun. So hard to do things that should be easy. Yes. Everyone could do a part of a slab then she could take a piece of all and friends around the world with it. Yes. That would be lovely. Well, what about you guys doing your own thing? You do your own coffin. You get me to do my coffin. You guys do your coffin. But yes, no, I think that's a brilliant idea. I love it. So good. Oh, Kathy, you got that's a very good idea, that one. So as you can see, this whole time I have been doing, they're all been light layers. That will have to go there. See, a much loved pastel pencil. Okay, that will steal the show in the exhibition. Yes, it would, wouldn't it? Yeah. That's Yes, I like it. I like the idea. I'm not dismissing it. I'm not, at all. I'm not dismissing it. I think it's a really good idea. Why not? I just have to figure out how to get it past my husband. You know, it's not easy to hide a coffin. But it's easy to hide pieces of a coffin, that is. I just stick them all under the bed. Do a piece, stick it under the bed. In one of the other rooms, not our bed. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. Hands are incredibly hard. Yeah, I think, Kathy, I think Wendy's talking about when your hand is painful, but on the same thing, on the other hand, pardon the pun, I hear hands are incredibly hard working on a piece with hand over one eye and the other hand over the mouth. I must be possessed. Yes. Well, you know, hands are not easy, as you know, and it's the thing that sometimes when it's a hard thing to do, like as in art-wise, that is, that's what I think that, well, that's what I do. If I'm struggling with a particular subject, that is what I'm going to practice. And most of the time you will see me struggle. You know, I'm not afraid for you to see me struggle. Why? You know, I think it's here we go, there's that. Yeah. But even so, like, even just when I think I've got it down pat, nah, something happens and I don't. You know, I think sometimes it could be the shape too of the hand or the angle. Yeah. Yeah, it's, yeah. Hang on, let me just do this. What did we call this bit? This bit here, the bottom part, what did we call? That's right, my monkey hand, my famous, that's it, capital FAMOUS, famous monkey hand. What is the what did we call this business here? What did we call this? What did we call it? This bottom bit? What did we call yeah, that's right. And that's exactly how you girls did it for me last week. Abdomen and butt. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Yes, I keep on forgetting it. The abdomen. That's right, the abdomen. Very nice. Cheek. Mary, hello. Hello, welcome. Nice to see you here. Mary, where are you from? Where are you from? Because we've got people from everywhere here, so oh my gosh, this is such a detailed little thing. I almost need a magnifying glass for sure. that's better. You're from North Atlanta. Oh, okay. Is that Georgia? I think that's how you say it. Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, cool. Yeah, our friend Nan is from Atlanta, Georgia. Isn't she? Yes. Okay. Now I just got to be careful that I don't put, and my pressure is light again. I've got to tell you, it is light again, but yeah. I'm going a bit all over the place here, so hi Vivian, hello, nice to see you here. Oh, that's right, in Queens. Hang on, have you moved already, Vivian? Because you're still in Queensland. Yes. Okay, so now I've got some greens, so I better use some of these greens, and some of these greens that I have. Let's see, here we go. Oh, I need to sharpen this one. Need to sharpen it. Oh, bugger. Here we go. Oh, and by the way, when the pastels start to break, that means it's time for a new sharpener. Oh, don't use that one. As you can see, I don't mess with that. I can see that the wood is not cutting. Oh no, look. I wonder if it's the pencil now. No, it can't be the pencil in this situation. It can't be the sharpener. Maybe it is, I don't know. Oh, it's the sharpener. It's time to give it the flick. There we go. That will do. Okay, I've got to give that one the flick. That's how I do it. I bin it. I'm not going to muck about with it too much. And on the other side. Can't you? This is so light. It is so light. The pressure is so light. And down here, same. Make sure I don't forget that. Let's see if I can do a little bit more work. Oh, and by the way, it is Australia Day weekend for us. So for all of the Australians, happy Australia Day. Wish you all the best. I'm sure that there will be fireworks in all of the cities and goodness knows where else. So yes, so wanted to make sure that I didn't forget that. Yeah, happy Australia Day, everyone. But having said all of that, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I did do a little bit more and we did talk a bit. Well, I talked a lot. But yes, so hopefully I'm going to see if I can finish this one, if I can, this weekend. I would really love to finish it. I hope that you all have a lovely weekend. and a lovely week. And I'm going to see you all, hopefully, God willing, next week. Same time, same day. Okay, everyone. Bye.